I've outsourced this one to the popular character Henry Glove. You know, from that popular video full of popular content.
My dear Unicode Consortium, I write to comment on the quality of shoe emoji designs. Please follow my printed links for reference. I first tried the flat shoe and found an array of flattish shoes, some with tobos. It was clearly Facebook's that offered the best comfort, angle, shading, and a lot of soul. I then perused the man's shoe, for I am seen as a kind of man. Though I was fond of the offering of WhatsApp, it seemed too high of heel, and Facebook's shoes a little bit country. For this reason, it is the Emojidex shoe that fits most sensibly, and you know what they say, if the shoe fits, that's a foot. I then had 2 shoes, and that suited my 2 feet just fine. Still, that didn't feel like enough content, so I went onward to find further pairs. Of course, I undertake running when pursuing criminals. I found a bounteous array of sneakies on the Emojipedia index. I interpret that HTC have providing shoes for hiking rather than for running. I chose the WhatsApp shoe. I thought to pair this with a higher heel and found all of the options quite painful, especially those who don't reach the ground. Ouch. Again, I chose WhatsApp and made another lovely pair. These designs for ballet shoes are endpointy. I do worry though that your balleretists might trip over their shoelaces, especially Emojipedia's own, who seems to be held aloft by these prehensile ribbons. Facebook's shoes are all coy. It's hard to portray ballet without the feet, because the shoes will look clumsy if they're unwrapped, but they have nothing to wrap, so Google's is fine. The hiking boot is a boot for hiking. I went for Facebook's as it was so properly tied. This went well with a woman's sandal, though it stopped being a woman's when it became mine. And again, Facebook. In further effete pursuits is the a woman's boot, of which there used to be an Atari computing symbol, but that's now out of stock, and I choose Samsung. I'd love to have chosen WhatsApp, but there's androgynous perspective on the heel positioning, and to complete the pair, an icy skate. It seems Emojidex thought an ice skate was a skate made from ice. And who am I to judge but the guest presenter of Mixed Emoji? I've chosen WhatsApp's. And then there's ski. Often a solo boot enjoying a downhill ski. The ski's the limit. I like to imagine there's a little hedgehog in there enjoying the ride. Messenger's skis are helpfully labelled with which direction to go in. HTC have the controversial crossed skis technique. This one is hard to judge as it asks for one ski and one ski boot. And that's a silly demand. Facebook's are posing for their album cover. Some have 2 skis, some have 2 boots, some have motion, some have a person. I suppose Messenger makes the most aggregate sense. Indeed, I went skiing, and look! Here I am. OpenMoji got a particularly unflattering angle, and Twitter's is a weapon from those Worms games. What a charming video game series. I feel WhatsApp's is the best representation. People in my Facebook other inbox keep asking me to send foot pictures, and indeed, Facebook's is the best. In fact, if I'm feeling generous, I might send the whole leg, and that's Facebook again. Now, though I've certainly covered all kinds of foot shoe, it would be amiss to forget the hand shoe, Henry hand shoe, the gloves. The glove choices of each brand shows their hobbies and interests, whether that's driving or motorcycling or winter or ovens or applause or general deviancy. Emojipedia instead drew gushes of water coming out of the ends of 2 pipes. Good for them. I say Samsung. I look forward to future shoe emojis and have brought you some suggestions. How about the croc? Not the alligator, or a horse's shoe, for I have had to kit my emoji horse with horseshoe magnet emojis, or Mr. Silly's shoes, or my personal favourite, the Healy. I'll shoe off now. If you liked this video, Henry Glove.